This is Robert Kraft, and I'm your host on SNN.Network. And joining me right now is Bruce Nurse from Vision Marine Technologies, publicly traded company. The symbol is VMAR on NASDAQ. You can actually see Bruce and his team give a presentation at our upcoming investor event, the SNN.Network Summer Virtual Event 2021, happening August 17th through 19th. And the website to register to hear that presentation is conference.snn.network. With that, Bruce, thank you for joining me today. How are you doing?
Robert, doing well. It's a pleasure being with you. Thank you.
Thank you. So let's start off, if you can, with a quick overview and history of the company, and then we'll go from there.
Sure. So our founders, both Alex Mongion and Patrick Bobby, got involved with Canadian Electric Boat Company, which was the name a few years ago, and they brought electric technology to the water space. And what they had was they had a electric propulsion boats. So that was a inboard electric propulsion system that drove the propeller. As they were progressing, they brought in electric technology and were looking at the outboard market. So I got involved a couple of years ago. We made the decision to change the name to better reflect the technology aspect of the company, as we renamed it to Vision Marine Technologies. We made the decision to consider a IPO onto the NASDAQ, which we were fortunate enough to have a strong investment banker sign an engagement letter, completed our IPO in November of last year. We're successful in raising 27.5 million gross, netting out about 25 million cash. So the company is sitting quite well. But in the progress, what we've done with the technology aspect, we've fine-tuned that technology into an outboard motor. And so the company's focus is bringing that electric technology through the outboard motor, which we call eMotion, to the waterways. So again, we're providing that electric technology to the waterways. We're looking at eliminating fossil fuels. That's why we're bringing this eMotion powertrain to the marketplace. It's fully electric, 180 horsepower. It provides the power and speed the consumer is looking at. You can run these things up to 60, 65 miles an hour. You've got a long life battery. We're agnostic to batteries, first of all. So we make sure we have the right battery to fit the third party or our boats with this powertrain. And that's what we're growing the company on.
Very good. So I have to ask, I mean, as there's seemingly this electrification of everything right now, especially in vehicles, cars and now boats, and, so I mean, what's the competitive landscape look like right now for the electrification of boats, basically? What does that look like?
Well, that's a great question. And we are seeing everything going electric. Of course, the Biden-Harris administration has come out about mandating electric and moving towards that. The infrastructure bill putting charging facilities all over the United States for electric vehicles. But really, there isn't a big movement towards waterways. And what we are doing, one, we're providing an environmentally friendly solution to fossil fuels on the waterways. We know that our waterways are being damaged by oil and gas or diesel. So this is an opportunity for us. And if you want to look at the competitive landscape for us, there are some electric boats out there. They're not well funded. We're the only company on the NASDAQ that is providing electric technology in the water space. Currently, there are a couple of companies that offer the outboard motor that is fully electric, but again, it's low power. So they're not a competitor for ours at this stage. There are companies that are looking at some prototypes down the road, but what we're seeing from some of the major manufacturers, one being the largest, Brunswick, they're talking about expanding their electric footprints. Fortunately for us, we know them well, and they know our eMotion powertrain.
So where are we currently at then in the company? We're past the prototype stage, I'm assuming. So do we currently have sales? How is that ramping up? Tell us a little more there.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, we've put many hours and years into developing this technology. So we went out to the market. We had some issues with COVID. Our headquarters headquarters, our manufacturing facility is in Montreal, Quebec. So as you know, Canada really shut down the border. They are looking at it, opening it up. So there was some of that issues kind of coming across the border, having supply chains, not to a large extent, but there was some issues. But what we've done in the last 2-3 months is we went out with a large marketing campaign to introduce our eMotion powertrain to the audience. So our focus is selling this eMotion direct to the OEMs. And we want the manufacturers to know there is a solution to the fossil fuels. Of course, we're going out to the dealers and the consumers. The consumer will drive demand for the manufacturers, but we are selling direct to the manufacturers. So we opened this up a couple of months ago to the large audience, and we're getting great response from these manufacturers. We did make a news release a couple of months ago with regards to one smaller player that manufactures. They want to manufacture up to 1,000 boats over the next couple of years. They want to go 50% electric, and we have an exclusive with those guys with our powertrain. But we are talking to some of the major players right now with regards to partnerships or some type of agreement.
Very good. And to close this out here, from what you can tell us, what would you say are some of the company's value catalysts now moving forward?
Well, I think first and foremost is we're the first mover in the marketplace. There's no one that provides the power and speed with a fully electric outboard motor. We do have our e-propulsion boats. You can go online, you can customize them any which way you want. You could go and get the Bruce 22, not named after me, but the Bruce 22 is a high-end boat. It's an electric propulsion system inboard, but you can customize that with mahogany, teak, fine Italian leather, etc. So you can go online and look at those. Our eMotion powertrains, I would say go to the dealers, ask for that electric opportunity. So that is significant for the company because we are first movers. I think some of the catalysts that are coming down, as I mentioned, discussions with some of these manufacturers that we hopefully be able to announce over the next little while. One as well, we're well capitalized.
Very good. Well, with that, Bruce, where can our audience go and find more information on Vision Marine?
Sure. Visit our website, visionmarinetechnologies.com. You can reach out to me. My name and number and contact info is on the website. Again, as you mentioned, Robert, we trade on NASDAQ under the symbol VMAR. So there's plenty of opportunities to go do your due diligence research on the company.
Very good. Bruce, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. Good luck. Stay safe. I look forward to our next update.
Thanks, Robert. Have a great day.
You too.